That's a great question. Outside of sanctions, I think today we're going to see a series of really harsh sanctions on the oil sector, on these oligarchs that I mentioned. Also, of course, companies that are operating in the DPR and the LPR. But I also think that today there's going to be a very vital discussion on what NATO can do, what is in NATO's capacity, because Ukraine is not a NATO member. Article 5 is essentially not a possibility, but there has been discussion of Article 4 being invoked by NATO, which would essentially be voluntary assistance to Ukraine in any shape or form. And so I think that likely what we may start to see is a series of NATO members, particularly in Eastern Europe, essentially volunteer to send forces, personnel, equipment, assistance to Ukraine to essentially buffer and bolster their effectiveness against Russian forces. Still, though, I'm not necessarily sure how successful it can be, just given the operational strength and advantage that Russia does have in Ukraine, also, of course, with Belarusian forces.